Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. So right now we'll move to the Labour Party's leadership crisis and how Abure's tenure as national chairman is set to have expired in June 2024, and this is according to INEC. Now, like we said earlier, we actually have a Labour Party counsel, Barrister Monday Mahwa, with us to speak on this. Hello, Barrister Mahwa. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
All right, so go ahead and tell us what your take is on the emergence of Callistus Okafor as the new factional national chairman of the Labour Party.
Well, thank you very much. I think I was in your program on Sunday with one of our fellow, I think the spokesperson for the new constituted technical committee, one Mr. Anthony Akene, wherein he argued that there was no fashion in Labour Party. And I told him, I said, that was wrong. There are several fashions. Now, and I also remember saying that day that Callistus Okafor, as of 2020, when Abdul Salam, the then national chairman of Labour Party, died, Callistus Okafor was the deputy national chairman of the party. In effect, by Labour Party Constitution, particularly Article 14, paragraph 2B, it provides expressly that in the absence of the national chairman, the deputy national chairman shall step in. So naturally, Callistus Okafor was supposed to step in as the acting national chairman upon the demise of Alhaji Abdul Salam. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, some power play twisted the whole thing, and Callistus Okafor was technically pushed aside, and the man went to court. And as I speak to you today, the matter is still pending before Supreme Court because he was challenging the illegality of bringing in Abure, who was, as at the time of Abdul Salam, a national chairman of the, a national secretary rather, a national secretary of the party. And that if the national chairman dies for whatever reason or is no longer available, the next person in hierarchy is the deputy national chairman. And don't also forget, we have the assistant national chairman. Apart from deputy national chairman, we also have assistant national chairman. So in other words, when there's no national chairman, the next person becomes the deputy national chairman. And if there's no deputy national chairman, you now have assistant national chairman. So it does not get to the position of the secretary, national secretary, which Abure occupied as at the time Abdul Salam died. So he has a claim.
Okay.
He has a claim.
Oh, all right, but then the Apampa faction, seems to have thrown their weight behind the Abure-led executives. Now, is it the case of the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
Well, I think so. And don't also forget, when the issue of Abure started in late 2020 and early 2023, I was also part of that issue because I represented Apapa in court severally against Abure, despite the fact that myself and Abure were from the same senatorial district in Edo State. But because I felt that the act there was not proper, so I took up the matter against Abure. Now, what happened was that Apapa, when the Callistus was not allowed to take over, he went to court, or he rushed to court, and the party suspended him. So as a result of that suspension, you can't say he's a member of the party after that material point in time. So when Abure was restrained in 2023 by the Federal FCT High Court, Apapa at that time became the acting national chairman of the party. And he told everybody that Abure was corrupt. The like of the people that are parading themselves today as stakeholders, spearheaded by His Excellency Peter Obi and the governor of Abia State, they all called for the head of Apapa, saying that Apapa has no right to say Abure was corrupt, and that Abure is a saint, that Abure is the most righteous man on earth, and that Apapa has been bribed by the APC government. And today, the same thing Apapa was talking about then in 2022, 2023, they have now come to see it. And then without anybody even apologizing to Apapa, they now want him to join them. It's not possible. Say they said Abure is a saint, Apapa has now joined them to call Abure a saint. That is the issue. So
Barrister Mahwa, now, according to the INEC, Abure has actually served his term because it ended, in June 2024. And this is what they're saying. He served his term as the Labour Party chairman. Now, does this actually justify the emergence of this new faction and also the Nenadi Usman Caretaker Committee?
My sister, that is wrong on their part. It does not justify them in any form. The reason is simple. Article 14, paragraph 1 of the Labour Party Constitution expressly provides that the meeting of the party shall be called by the National Secretary with the consent of the National Chairman. The question then we ask ourselves is this. The meeting that was called, that brought about Nanadi, who called the meeting? The meeting was called by the governor of Abia State, His Excellency Oti. The next question is Oti the National Secretary of the Labour Party? No. And therefore, that meeting that purportedly brought in Nanadi in itself is a wrong meeting. And any outcome of that meeting is also wrong. Because the law is that you cannot put something on nothing and expect it to stand. Or you cannot, illegality cannot be beget. Or you can't beget legality by illegality. So that meeting itself is a product of illegality. And being a product of illegality, it can never beget legality. So the Caretaker Committee purportedly set up and presided over by Nanadi in itself is illegal. Don't forget, my sister, let me quickly tell you, Abure himself has approached the court now against INEC, asking the court to compel INEC not to accept or recognize the leadership of Nenadi. And also, Nenadi and his group have also gone to court, Abia State High Court. And the matter came up today to say court should restrain Abure from parading himself as a national chairman. So, my dear, there is so much in Labour Party today. So the truth, there are so many issues, so many fashion as we stand and as we speak today.
All right, Barrister Mahwa, now that the Edo State governorship election is just by the corner, do you think that this leadership crisis would impact Labour Party's participation in the elections? Just briefly, please.
Definitely. I hope you are aware that I'm also the deputy governorship candidate of Labour Party in Edo State for the Apapa fashion. Our matter is before the Supreme Court as I speak to you now. And between now, either tomorrow or next tomorrow, the Supreme Court might rule in our favor, and yours sincerely will become the deputy governorship candidate for the Edo State gubernatorial election. As I speak to you today, there is no national chairman that is presiding or superintending over the campaign in Edo State, which is very, very detrimental. Because Obi is a former presidential candidate of the party. He's not the national chairman of the party. There is no national secretary of the party. There is even not, because the law is that by Article 14, sub 1 of the Labour Party Constitution, it is the duty of the national chairman to preside over all meetings and to constitute any committee of the party. So as it stands today, there's no committee for campaign in Edo State. An election is just a few days away from now. So this crisis has already impacted, not it will impact, it has already impacted negatively.
All right,
in the forthcoming election. And it's unfortunate. Ordinarily, we would have been able to win Edo State in a landslide manner. But I fear what lies ahead of us in Edo State.
After all said and done, may the best man win come this weekend. But thank you so much, Barrister Mahwa, for speaking with us and also for your time.
Thank you very much.